You may be curious about my videos, and you've always seen this in the past. The layout, it's got many trains on it, but you've probably never been down there. Well, today's video, I'm going to take you on a tour to the bottom of the layout where everything gets stored. So coming in from the little hatch we have here, it's not very big, but it's a good idea to get us in here. We have all these wires. They're plugged in mainly to there. The one on the bottom is the train table controls, which is slightly located up here. And then one is the Christmas lights for the outside of the table, and then you come in here. I'm using other Christmas lights that are clear. They help it to where I can see, so when I come down here to do work or anything else underneath the layout, I've got light. Let's take you for a tour. This is a bunch of boxes from previous train sets and new ones and sorts of junk. We've got the O gauge and G scale, bigger boxes of G scale, the junk box with a couple other things I'm working on, thing of Hot Wheels for the top of the layout, all my cleaning supplies for when the locomotives and tracks are dirty, some boxes of Harry Potter, Coca-Cola, Thomas and Friends. Up here is where I store my extra tracks in case I have issues on the table and they need switched. There's a bunch of switches in here, figure 8X in there, and all sorts of things I might need. Moving over to this side, I've got a locomotive in this box. Limited edition, that's why it's in the box. I've got a bunch of O gauge track in this one. Another Jack Skeleton Express set. Tools and things I use to build things with. Various remotes and controllers around here. And more wires for another set of tracks above the layout. And then I have more locomotives here. Actually, that one's pretty recent. I bought that as a set. It's really nice. Runs on batteries, of course, from the tender in there. And previous ones I've had from years past and whatnot. There's some more train tracks over in the junk pile that I was telling you about. There's some HO and O gauge, just depending on what I need to build. And then bigger ones, Polar Express G gauge set. Got that actually on KSL a while back for a steal of a deal for 30 bucks. I feel like it's a good steal of a deal. The other Polar Express, the smaller one, it's right there. And then all these Christmas lights that I put in recently, and I really like it. Makes it where I can actually see when I'm down here, when I need to work on things, and I don't sit in the dark forever. And then if we go through here, there's a hole that pops out, and then you can see a tour. Well, there's my phone from when I was doing the broadcast earlier. That'll be posted to my channel either New Year's. But here is some of the layout, the village over that way, light box. And then we got the yard. I got the SD90 sitting in the yard, and a couple of others. The Polar Express is currently on the layout. And then various other train cars and stuff sitting in the yard. But yeah, this is the whole, I poke myself out when I need to do things up there or fix things that are right in the middle. And then in that box, you've probably already seen it. That's my cardboard cutout of a train. It's about as tall as I am. Use it only on special occasions. And then this is various of junk. Oh, and actually we have some good stuff in this one. We've got the Polar Express bell. Rings and whatnot, you believe. Hopefully. Oh, don't tumble, tumble, don't tumble. But anyway, more in there. These other lights, they're used for other things that are awfully bright. I might put these in the village, I don't know. I'd have to do something to it first to make it look like it's actually old. And then we got boxes from the SD90 and coaches. Got some like train bodies in there that I use for when I want to make newer train bodies or like bigger trains. This one's an old box too. This one came from Steam Locomotive. Look what I paid for that. $60. And then it gives you a brief, this is older Bachmann, by the way. And it gives you just like a brief presentation of like a farm or trees or village or whatever, construction and whatnot. Various boxes, like I've said, various. And there's still a lot of things in here that are in the development of what I need to do on the layout. There are these trees, because we are putting a Hogwarts layout on, well, a Hogwarts section on the part of the layout that'll be down the road in the future. Not anytime soon. Okay, so looking down here, of course you can see there's many boxes. We already got to that. There's many sets we've had. Honestly, the really biggest question is I've collected as I was a child. So pretty much there's quite a bit of trains in the collection. Another thing is, with everything we have and with the table, because we actually stole the table for a good price. Originally the table I feel like would be worth $3,500 compared to everything down here, which is probably another $5,000. And that goes to about maybe $8,000 to $10,000 of train equipment and everything we've recently purchased. We're not done collecting, that's one thing for sure. That box over there with the tracks in it, each one of those is worth 25 cents. So if you can tell, there's probably about 500 tracks still in that box. That's probably a good $300 on its own. And all the so all the tools and pretty much everything that's down here, it costs a pretty penny. And then when I say I've collected it for years, I have collected for years. And the price tag really adds up when you're a collector. And literally, I'm just still collecting it. It's a very fun hobby. I love it. I would never get rid of it for the world. Now, the only thing that would really suck for me is if our house was to catch fire and this whole thing caught flames. I would not like that. Everything would be down the toilet. But yeah, everything here, all good equipment, all good table. We've had it for maybe about a good 2 years now. It is really fun. I enjoy every time I come down here seeing it. Puts a smile on my face. Even if when I'm alone playing with trains, I don't get really upset or alone. It's honestly the best thing to do. I love doing it. It's something I get my free time with. And recently just got some ballast, and I'll be putting that on the tracks, and I'll be definitely making another video for you and updating you. But I hope you enjoyed this small little tour of underneath this railroad table. I will keep you posted. This is JROCKS Railroads. I'll post my broadcast that I recently just made later down the road, maybe on the 27th, I don't know yet, a later date, something like that. But anyway, this is Jordan, and this is the tour of the underneath the table, and I would like to thank you for watching. See you later.